Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. The video is designed to show you how to install a Crest shower floating glass shelf. Now this setup is designed on tiles. If you have an acrylic liner, this is not suitable. The adhesives are not designed for the acrylic liner, and you'll require shelf brackets which need to be screwed onto the wall, onto the acrylic liner first before installing the shelf. Right, here we have a Crest shower floating glass shelf. We're going to open it up, and what we have inside is some pieces of cardboard. I recommend using these for your floor protection if you haven't got anything else, but they're there to obviously, for travelling, transit. So here's your glass shelf. We've got a spatula that's for cleaning up the silicone. We've got the four blue blocks. They are the sticky blue blocks, and they sit under the shelf. And then we've got some silicone. Alright, so that's what comes in your floating glass shelf. Now before you start, the first thing I recommend you do is you protect your floor. So there's some cardboard in the boxes. That's a good idea, or grab an old towel or a sheet. Okay, so first of all, we're going to work with a level surface. So ultimately, we usually put the shelves at either 1300 or 1500, or we pick a grout line. For this demonstration, we're going to use this grout line. So you want to be checking with your nice small level that it's nice and level, which we are. I can see where I'm at. So we're going to start with a stabilizer block. The kit will have 4 of these in them, and you want 2 on each side. So ultimately, because working with the grout line, I can see that I need to place it just below the grout line, or right on the grout line, whatever one you prefer. And we place 2 on each side. You want to make sure you press firmly with these. The firmer you press, the better the stick. Okay, so now you have your stabilizer blocks on the wall. You want to dry fit your glass shelf, so place it on top of the stabilizer blocks. You want a small level. You want to check that everything is level, so you're checking both ways, and this one's all perfect. Okay, so now it's time to apply the silicone to the glass shelf. Now you don't want to apply it for 10, you want to start 10 millimeters in and finish 10 millimeters from the end. That way when it squeezes all out, it's nice and easy to tool off the excess silicone. You'll have your spatula for cleaning up. You'll need some paper towels, and you'll want some soapy water. So just a little bit of dishwash liquid and some with your tap water and a spray ball is perfect. Okay, so Crest showers, glass shelf silicone, and you want to, good idea to cut the tip nice and wide, makes it easier for it to come out. And then you're just running down the glass shelf. Make sure you've got it nice and thick. So 10 mil from each end, a bit more there, on both sides. Okay, so you now have your glue on the shelf, or your silicone on the shelf, and you want to place it firmly directly on top of the stabilizer blocks and push nice and firm so it sits there. And now it's time to clean it up. It's just a little bit of the soapy water, just the tiniest little bit. So with the spatula, you just want to run directly along the top, push nice and firmly so that it gets a nice clean line. To the top and to the bottom. Okay, so you now have your nice clean shelf, all cleaned off with no excess silicone. Now you want to leave the stabilizer blocks underneath the shelf for at least 48 hours for the silicone to cure properly. I don't recommend placing anything on the shelf for 72 hours. So give it another day after the 48 hours. Easy way to remove the stabilizer blocks, simply grab your shower head with some nice warm water, hose them down, and then you'll flick them off and the shelf will be sitting there all perfect.